Beer here back in the fantasy bar, kicking off your weekend with another video. 6 of my favorite plays for you tonight on FanDuel and DraftKings. We've got stacks for you. We've got some interesting pricing plays, a starting pitcher and a sneaky good matchup at a discount, some good power spots at mine up, and of course, my favorite play on the entire slate. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the fantasy bar. Welcome in, guys. Friday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack back with another video covering tonight's MLB slate. Ton of games on the docket. We've narrowed it down to 6 of my favorite plays on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by, hanging out in the fantasy bar, and checking out today's video. Before we get to those plays, you know the drill by now. Take a second, click that thumbs up button. You guys did great on the last video. Let's see how many we can get. Can we get to 300? On the thumbs up button? If we hit that, maybe we add a little bonus prize in one of the videos next week. I'll see what I can cook up for you. So smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content. All right, couple weather spots we'll keep an eye on. We also have Coors Field tonight. You know the drill by now. Not that it's a bad spot. Obviously, the Mets against Sanzatella, smash spot. We want to find you some plays outside of Coors Field. All right, let's dive in here with our first play at third base in Jose Ramirez. Now, one of the benefits of Coors on a slate, sometimes you get these higher end bats at lower ownership here, and Ramirez finds himself in a very good spot here and been ultra productive here of late. 7 multi-hit games over the last 9. Now, we haven't seen a ton of power, huge upside in the fantasy point department. I think that's coming here as this guy absolutely mashes against left-handed pitching. Look at the numbers, and this goes back all the way to the start of last season. Woba's over 450, and that ISO way up at 315 here. And Gordon taking the hill here against the Guardians. Really a struggle with right-handed bats. 384 Woba allowed and a 286 ISO. So giving up power to a guy that hits for power. Do the math. Jose Ramirez in a great power spot here on Friday night. All right, let's stack up that Cleveland team with another play. You can use them at catcher, first base, or outfield on FanDuel. We're talking David Fry. So I like the flexibility here on David Fry, and I really like the potential ownership. Hasn't done a whole lot since returning to this team here, but if you go back to last season, very impressive numbers against lefties. You get a very cheap bat, likely in the heart of the order with that power upside. Add it all up. So Fry looking like a tremendous value here for Friday night. Last season against left-handed pitching, Woba over 420 and the ISO pushing 280 here. And what I really like here, hits the four-seamer extremely well. Last season, 493 Woba and a big 438 ISO. Gordon, 37% of the time over the last year. That's his pitch to right-handed hitters here. So cheap power, you can knock out that catcher, stacking or not. I think David Fry, one of the best values here on Friday night. All right, to the outfield next with Christian Yelich of Milwaukee. So slow start to the season here, but the power's certainly been there, and he's really starting to heat up now over the last 10 games, batting over 400 over that span, 4 home runs, 11 RBI for him here. So swinging a red-hot bat right now, leads this team in both Woba and ISO against right-handed pitching. Woba above 370, ISO pushing 270 here. Vasquez always a target for me with left-handed bats. Look at that strikeout rate, just 10% against left-handed hitters. So should be plenty of balls in play here. Woba pushing 400, ISO over 220, a lot of hard contact and fly balls as well. And look at that barrel rate at almost 18%. Doesn't get much better than the matchup with Randy Vasquez for the red-hot Christian Yelich. All right, starting pitcher up next, and we are going to take the discount here on Ben Brown against the Tigers. Now, Detroit, certainly not an easy matchup, one of the best teams in baseball to start the season here, but look at this pricing on Ben Brown. Last start, 8,500, all the way down to 7,000, and I get it. Matchup not ideal, but we're going to get into that. Maybe it's a little better than you think here. Maybe that discount not as warranted as it may look on paper here. Nice strikeout upside for Ben Brown, especially over the last 5 starts. We've seen 3 starts where he's gone 8 or more strikeouts here. Detroit is up there with teams like Colorado, the Angels in strikeout rate against right-handed pitching at over 23.5%. We look at a projected starting lineup, 6 of those projected starters above 23.5% strikeout rate against right-handed pitching. So again, Detroit, very good team here, but very strikeout prone. Ben Brown should not be this cheap. Take advantage on both sides, especially on DraftKings at just 7,000. All right, back to the outfield and our bats with Lawrence Butler of the A's. So we always look for ways to get different from Coors. This could certainly be one of those games. This is a mini Coors here with this ballpark in Sacramento. We know it's been very, very productive. 2 bats, a lot of runs being scored in this ballpark. We have a total that's actually higher than Coors Field. So not that this game will be ignored, but it gives you a nice alternative to anybody stacking up Coors Field. Butler been swinging a really good bat of late. 5 multi-hit games for him over the last 7. In 3 of those games, he's gone for 21 or more DraftKings points, went over 30 in one of those games. So showing very nice upside, exactly what we're looking for, whether cash games or GPPs. Been good against righties, 380 WOBA, ISO over 220. What I really like here, the pitching matchup. Kramer, 3 primary pitches that he depends on. Butler, since the start of last season, has an ISO of at least 235 against all 3 of those pitches. So big time power upside against whatever Dean Kramer wants to throw here. Kramer, another low strikeout pitcher at just 16% against lefties. WOBA pushing 400 against left-handed bats and giving up power as well with an ISO at 225. A's very stackable here in Lawrence Butler, my favorite bat from that lineup. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Friday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest and give away a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Very simple. Again, I'm challenging you guys. Can we get to 300 on the thumbs up here on today's video? If we can do that, I can see if we can add some more prizes to a video next week. But for tonight, all you need to do, click that thumbs up button, head to the comment section, and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter. Doesn't have to be the Beast. You don't even have to figure out which bat it's going to be. All you need is a number. If your guess is the closest, you're going to walk away with a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All right, let's wrap it up with my last play and my favorite play, you know him as the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. Let's round out our outfield with Mike Trout of the Angels, tonight's Beast of the Night. So Trout swinging a good stick since coming back from injury. 6 games, hits in every one of those games. Has 2 3-hit games in there, and I love the spot for him here tonight. He always hits righties well, especially for power. And look at the numbers for him since the start of last season. WOBA at 381 is nice, but look at that ISO way up at 327 over a very large sample. And you could go back over the course of his career, probably a better hitter against righties than lefties, especially in the power department. Bryce Miller, 370 WOBA allowed, 2 right-handed hitters, a lot of hard contact at over 50%, and has had 3 starts in a row that have been absolutely awful. I think the Angels sneaky here tonight. And Mike Trout, my favorite bat on the entire slate, and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Friday 6-pack. Any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video or on Twitter at Beermakersfan. If we have to make any adjustments due to lineups or weather, we will do so in the comment section on YouTube and on Twitter to keep you guys up to date. And don't forget, get your guess in for my highest scoring hitters DraftKings points for a shot to win a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Tonight, Grinders Live, 5 Eastern, and I will be joining Crunch Time with STL Cardinals and my boy Cheese is Good, breaking down all the lineups coming in, all of your decisions, all of your questions, and giving you some of our favorite plays over the entire slate. So if you want even more picks, make sure you join those 2 shows, Grinders Live at 5 and Crunch Time going live at 6:15. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck tonight. Have a great weekend. Let's get to that 300 thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on RotoGrinders.com/videos.